Hey, we're here at Amsterdam FinTech Week. We're not at the top, we're at the bottom now.
Yep.
And we're talking to the Enfuce guys. So super excited to have this conversation. And I'm chatting to everyone today just to find out sort of what's going on in the FinTech ecosystem, not just now, but also going forward. So I think we start there, right? Let's get your perspective as to what are some of the challenges, the obstacles right now in the payments world? What are you seeing out there that folk need to be wary of, need to be mindful of, and also need to be strategizing for in order to move forward?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think we're here at FinTech Week here in Amsterdam, and I think the FinTech scene right now, and indeed over the last couple of years, has been exploding. There's huge amount of innovation and excitement in FinTech, and across all sorts of sectors, whether it's the neobanks, challenger banks, expense management, lending solutions. And I think more and more it's about getting speed to market. So you've got to find the right vendors that are going to cover off enough of your solution to help you get to the market quickly. And I think that's what it's all about. And then making sure you're finding a good partner to help you grow. That's a big challenge as well. So I think fintechs need to find partners that have got the right fit, the right cultural fit to be moving at the same speed as what they need to as well.
Yeah, I like that. And as partnering, moving forward quickly, it all strikes me that there's stuff going on right now that we all need to be aware of, right? But there's also trends coming out that we also need to be aware of. And what do you see as some of the emerging chatter inside the ecosystem that for the folk out there need to be aware of as they start plotting a course into 2023?
Well, I think the danger here, which is the amount of chatter that there is in terms of, we've seen a lot of regulatory changes within the financial markets, and that's good and bad. I mean, the good thing is that it's helped support and drive a lot of innovation, but the challenge then comes with steering your way through all of these changes in the regulatory framework around Europe. Didn't help, of course, also with the UK moving out, and therefore that also of the EU meeting extra regulatory burdens in terms of licensing. But again, that comes back to the same thing. That's why fintechs need to find the right partner to help them navigate through that, because at the end of the day, most fintechs they want to stick close to their core product. They don't need to be experts within payments, within the financial regulations and the burdens there. So so there's a lot to get your head around. Find a partner instead that can help you with that.
Yeah, and I love it. And there is a lot to get your head around as we turn an eye to 2023. I'm sort of an opportunistic kind of person. I always want to look for the good. I know we all are battle wounded from the last few months, last few weeks. There has to be opportunities out there for growth.
Massively, and it's not just what's happened recently, but it's the whole COVID situation. I think this has accelerated the movement towards more card payments. Cash is used even less, and again, that means that some fintechs that hadn't wanted to embed payments into their solution now think, well, actually, let's embed payments, and part of that can be a card solution as well. So it's funny, I lost my wallet by coincidence 3 weeks ago on a train from here down to Brussels, and I didn't panic, because at the end of the day, I had my phone, because so much of what I do now has got embedded payments. You've got Google Pay, Apple Pay, etc. And more fintechs are sort of building and embedding payments into their solutions, and that got accelerated during COVID as well. And that momentum is still going, which is exciting, really.
Yeah, I like it. And one thing I'm seeing is that the likes of partnerships, as you're saying, people are really starting to think about what next. Yes. So we're saying embedded payments, which is 100% happening, but then there's the other apps out there, embedded insurance.
Yes.
linking up with wealth techs, linking up with payments companies, because you want it all in one, right? You don't want to have to dart around.
Embedded insurance payments, but then even there, you could be quite clever and start insurance company. You could start building in extra solutions like a card there. So if you've got an insurance payout, give a card. There. There's all sorts of clever ways you can make life easier for the user experience, whether it's insurance or other things as well.
And as we wrap up, what is your word of wisdom out to those rule breakers and out to those evangelists and fintech leaders out there as they look to really grow their businesses?
Well, just keep doing what you're doing, because whilst we happily support the traditional banks as well, it's the fintechs that I think are leading the way, and you just need to keep doing what you're doing in terms of looking at how to embed payments and how to improve that user experience. Banks are catching up, but fintech's leading the way at the moment on this one.
Awesome, and that's a wrap, and great to have you on the show, and looking forward to the rest of the day.
All right, cheers.